with the motherboard. Where the heck did I put my flashlight? So anyway, here she is. Okay, so here is the Jetway Opti 495X SX 346 right back compatible motherboard. I just did some more repairs on it. I had to remove all of the corroded / oxidized solder off here using nothing but flux, some fresh lead 5040 6040, sorry, 6040 solder, which is the bee's knees for older components such as this. I'd use lead free solder, but continuity in it is minimal and not really the strongest cup of tea, if you catch my drift. So anyway, we're back to square one with this board. It had so much corrosion on here that some of the pins on here, like the contacts for all these, some of these right here, like over here, it was bad. Even underneath the keyboard, so when I disconnected it, well, desoldered it, didn't look too bad. But underneath with the corrosive solder for the ground was really nasty. Well, actually the keyboard pins were actually corroded on the underside. On top, it was still pretty, it wasn't that bad. Like I said, I was just using nothing but my soldering iron, flux, is solder braid, works really well, and my 6040 solder, which I put right over here, this lead solder. So you always want to wash your hands afterwards. Make sure you don't have long hair. I have long hair. If you have long hair, put in a ponytail or a man bun when you're soldering, so that way hair doesn't catch on fire. So let's go ahead and push the power button on here. See if we get anything. It's probably gonna be the same thing as last time. Nothing. Yep, still nothing. Yeah, what the heck is going on? Let's see if I get anything on here. I get 02FF. I have no idea what 02FF means. So I have to look it up. I think FF is the last code that was on. So I have to turn my laptop on so I can actually pull up the codes here. I have to go over my mountain of work clothes here. Because I don't have my tablet is dead as a doornail, and that thing's so dang slow to qualify for a third stimulus check. Let's not talk about politics here, folks. If I put the my BIOS back in, I'll probably boot up. I would be a lot. Actually, what the hell? Let's test it out real quick. While my laptop is booting up. The only computer I can use at the moment. Probably use my screwdriver to short the leads. So use as a reset or a screw. That'll work. Can't see. This is FF1F. It wants to. It really wants to, folks. It really wants to. It wants to start. Right now it's showing E8BF. So it's getting somewhere. Reset that's the reset button. If I put the 387 back in here, probably spring to life. I wouldn't be surprised if it does, but wonders never cease. I put 387 in there. And see, nothing. Still nothing. Yeah, it's showing dash on ROS4. There's something going on here. Where is my... Here it is. Saying I want to end the stream, but I don't even want to end the stream. I just started. Alright, let's go ahead and swap the BIOS chips here. I can't see very well. I can't get my clips in there very well. Alright, so I got that out. Let's go ahead and put the EMI BIOS. The EMI BIOS in here. This is the one I flash come on, but there we go. Let's go ahead and install that on here. Nope. Damn it. There you guys can see the action here. Alright, there we go. Got it in. Let's go ahead and crank it on. Please work, please work, please work, please work, please work. I'm not sure, I think this video card's bad. Okay, so right now, it's going to different ones here, so it looks like it wants to start, folks. It wants to start. Right now the BIOS card is just flashing random things. So it's probably stuck somewhere. I have to figure out what this one. I hear something. I hear something. I hear something. Okay, so you know for a fact the computer does get power. But unfortunately, I'm not getting any video. Man, this is getting close, ladies and gentlemen. This is getting pretty damn close. Right now it says FF09. And I hear the beeper speaker. So, it sounds like it is getting power. So that's a good sign. But it's not getting any video though. Maybe if I disconnect the... Maybe if I just turn off the computer. Ooh. Let me get card somewhere. Sorry, let's put my phone down for a second. Maybe if I put this down right here. Up to the bottom. I see it's like, well, second from the bottom. See if we get anything off of there. It wants to. Come on. You can do it. Okay, so right now it's at 0F47. So, there is signs of life. There are signs of life, excuse me. Where the heck did I put that screwdriver? Here we go. So it wants to boot. It wants to, but it's not even starting. Come on. 0F47. Alright, it's so. Alright, that same code. Nope, DD0F. Alright, so it wants to start. If I get another card, it'll probably boot. Let's see here. my trusty VLB IO card. Single IDE channel. Maybe if I add some more cards here in there, maybe, just maybe, it might boot. I wouldn't be surprised if it does. Because I know some computers tend to not start without certain cards installed or certain items. Oops, that's a reset button. Let's see what we get here. Sorry, we're going to be blank stare down still. Yep, it's blank stare down still. But let's check 01 dash dash. Alright, so it wants to start, but I think it's capacitor problems still. FFDC. Alright. So folks, I am getting a little bit closer here. Maybe I just turn off the computer. Remove the IO card here. Then move the video card back up one. Well, not maybe, but let's go ahead and move the darn thing back up here. I can't even seem to find my VLB video card anywhere. The only one I have is an ET4000 W32P, which works tremendously well. But let's see what we get here on the erratic. It's going between D8 and DF, and then D some odd. Maybe I just do a reset again with, let's use this thing instead. Because I don't have the reset button plugged up to the sticker yet, unfortunately. It's only the standard. Okay, DFDB. DFDB. Now, unfortunately, I have no idea where. Let's see here. Okay, so on here, that goes here. It's probably not gonna boot with this thing in here. Probably gonna do the infamous. Psst. I don't think it's gonna make buzzing noise, but then bending so many damn pins on this thing. Just so you know, this is not for kids. Any kids on here, need a warning. I completely forgot to mention this. There is going to be swearing, so it's my fault on my part for not mentioning that a while ago. Okay, it's at 0204. And still nothing on the screen. Alright, so I did put the chip back in there the right way this time. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this off. Reinsert the Mr. BIOS chip. See if it does anything. I'm getting so freaking close here. I did get a lot of the stuff fixed on it, so it should theoretically start up and everything, but apparently it does not want to continue to post or start or beep. Well, I did hear something coming from the speaker though. Oop. Sorry, the wrong way, dummy. There we go. Let's go ahead and turn the light on so you guys can see the action again. Where did I put it? There it is. So you make sure that the pins aren't bent. Oh, a couple of them that bent just a little bit too far to there we go. There we go. That's better. That's a lot better. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this chip out of here. I can put this thing puller in. So one thing I hate about working on these older computers, you always put the BIOS chips in a very, really crappy spot where you have to use a screwdriver to pull up the dang thing. Alright, that was easy, somewhat. Let's go ahead and reinsert the Mr. BIOS chip. And see what we get here. I'll leave my flashlight on so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, it says C1BE. Alright. Okay, so the postcard does get power. You know that. Some of the cards, some of the chips get power. The 3.6 getting power. 3.7, I'm not feeling anything out for there yet. So I gotta go figure out if it's good or not. Let's see what BE still. Okay, so now you go ahead and use it's still the same. Go ahead and remove that. Might as well put this in here. I can't see where pin 1 is on this dang thing. Is this the one with the bent pin? I can't see very well without my glasses. Actually, I have my glasses on. Yep, that's the one with the bent pin. I have another 486 somewhere. Actually, let's go ahead and try it again without the 387 in. C9EFA. Oh man, come on. Well, folks, it wants to start and everything, but apparently does not want to. 9EFA is the code I'm getting right now. They're going to be the same code. 9EFA, yep. Same code. Nope, 2151. So like as soon as I do the reset with a screwdriver, with a screw. Okay. Let's make that thing here. It's gotta be a still processor somewhere. It's gotta be the processor. It wants to start, but it doesn't want to. Okay, that's a 3, 6. insert 4060 DLC. Let's go ahead and insert the 360x33 in here and see if it shoots flames or what have you. Oh, first let me make sure there ain't bent pins in there. A couple of them again. Come on. That's one thing I hate about processors. The pins bend all the time. And I'd use another 3.6 processor, but that's in my other computer at the moment. There we go. See if it inserts this time. Okay, I got the 3.6 installed. Turn it on again. 74DF. It wants to, folks. I was so close earlier. Just right here. So let's go ahead and put that this Intel 3.7 in here. Make sure everything powers down all the way first before I put the processor in. Sorry, 387. Did it say the 386 mode or 486 mode? Yeah, I said the 386 mode, okay. That's probably going to show the same exact message on there. Oh, that one says F5 dash dash. Alright, let's go ahead and reset using that and see if it shows some code. That one shows FF. Gibberish. It's cycling through like 6,000 items. There's something erratic going on. It's probably a capacitor, capacitors that lead to the ISA bus and possibly the keyboard controller. I did check all the traces. The traces are all good. It says FCF. Either B or 6. Alright, let's go ahead and reset again. You have to give a reset a few times. Sometimes the reset signal is a little bit ficky. FF E6. So we're getting a little bit closer here. Might have something to do with that 3.6 socket. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with it, but I digress. Because when I insert the 387, yeah, the 387, it would go dash 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 dash. So I think there might be something dubious going on with that processor socket. Yeah, with that socket. And I'm currently out of my 5 volt 33 megahertz processor, 66 or what have you. Where the heck did I put that? I had it over here, but apparently it's wandered off and disappeared without a trace. And I would love to insert my 4060X5 in it, but it's 5 volts only for the computer, which is rather unfortunate. I can't even insert actually, if I insert the one that's in my I have an evergreen processor. Am I stupid? I forgot I have that evergreen processor on my PC chips M912 motherboard. I guess it's that in there. See if it shoots flames. Let's see. Here it is. Here it is right there. But let's go ahead and power off the computer. Fix a couple of jumpers here and there. I'm just going to turn off the power grid here for a moment so I can take this motherboard and shove it up my ass. So I can take this motherboard up and over on my workbench so I can switch everything around. Okay, so make sure everything is right. Okay, so VL bus 34, 30 has to be open, 46, 34 has to be closed. Uh, 26 and 22. Okay, that's just only for the VLB speed. JP12 has to be closed. So I'm going to close it. JP5 has to be... I can't read. Where is JP5 on this thing? JP5, where are you? If I can only read small print, that'd be great. My vision's kind of blurred. JP5, where are you? It's somewhere on this board. I can't see very well. Let's see. Oh, there it is, right next to the ISA socket. If I can actually get the damn thing out, that'd be perfect. Alright, so for those who are just tuning in, for whoever has tuned in, just recently, talking about this Jetway motherboard. I am getting a little bit closer. I did reflow a lot of spots that were, well, erratic. Right now I'm trying to get JP5 out of this damn thing so I could switch it over to pins 1 and 2 so I can test the 46 socket, make sure it's working and everything. This thing's a pain in the ass, I tell you. He's just on my program memory chip that I can just... There we go. Finally got the damn thing out. Trying to set the pins 1 and 2 without dropping the... There we go. You get the chip puller. Pull up the 387. Set that aside. Pull up the 386. Set that aside. Alright, got that set aside. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Putting the evergreen processor in here. Alright, so this is the motherboard that I'm still working on. I'm getting a lot closer. I did remove all that corrosive solder on the other side of the board here for the keyboard port underneath the, let's see, all these capacitors. Here, let's see, here, here. I think I did these ones, but I digress. Because they were really nasty. Another corrosion. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I do have it set to, let's see here. Make sure I have it set to DX mode because I always forget 35, 36, 37, 35, 36, 37. Where it's 35, 36, and 37. I can't see. Seven. Okay, 35. Okay, that one was 35. 1, 2. Close. 1, 2. Alright, so it's set properly. Good. And make sure all the memory is installed properly. Make sure it's not too loose or too jagged or too wobbly or what have you. Let's go ahead and put this board back on my test system here. It's just it's this wireless router for the time being until I can get an actual workbench for this computer. Sorry to put my phone down because I don't have a TV stand. I don't have a tripod adapter for my tripod system yet for my phone, because I would love to use that for a streaming service for something like this. So let's go ahead and put everything back on here. Got the speaker connected. Good. Got the power connected. Oops. Break the zing thing off, don't I? Break this one, don't I? This thing always wants to slip out. I'm going to put a screwdriver in there to hold it in place. Alright, let's go ahead and turn on the power switch, excuse me. And let's go ahead and see if it works. Dash, 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 dash. Well, this computer's certainly trying, but it's got its work cut out for it. I put that processor puller at. Put somewhere. I just completely forget where the hell I put it now. There it is. See, this is what I get for being 30. Just gonna put the i386 back in. If I can actually get the there we go. I'm gonna show the same code as last time. FF0. Just keeps jumping around. Oh, I didn't put the processor on all the way. Let drain all voltages before I press the processor down a bit more. go. And I dropped something. Again. Alright, let's take a look at the code here. 0716. So, I am getting a little bit closer here, but apparently it does not want to compute. This does not compute. Just kidding. I think it's because I put the speaker wire on backwards. Let's try that again. Alright, it's still not showing anything on the display. And I have it set to the correct speed, D900. Okay, so let me go ahead and trigger the reset using this. I have to fix that reset. So I have to fix that reset on my thing here. Okay, right now it's at D906. Before I think it was D906, so but I digress, but I can't recall exactly. Let's go ahead and get this. It's probably going to be the same exact error code, D906. If I can read it. Yeah, D906, okay, it's still the same. Okay, that DE00 and still nothing on the display. Not giving up on this yet. Let's see here. I have my other thing. That's the battery. There it is. So here. Alright, it says 8888. That's not good. Let's go ahead and trigger the reset here. If I'm going to show the same exact code. If I can get my damn phone there. Yep. Still the same code. Even if I have it set to discharge. Yep, nothing. Yep. There's got to be something with the charging circuitry that's causing it to act erratic. This shows the code DF91 on the code box. So I think that's the postcard. So I think there might be something to do with the connection somewhere. Because when I put the CMOS setting to discharge, nothing. Literally nothing. Zip, zero such. I'm just going to move the VGA card back. One. I'm going to show the same exact code as last time. Okay, so it says D9F2. And earlier, it was just a little bit close. I heard something coming from the speaker, so it's a good sign that the EML board is getting power. But it's still a bad sign because it doesn't boot at all. Let's go ahead and check the code again. Okay, yeah, it's going through like 6,000 of them. So yeah, there's an erratic voltage. There is something erratic going on still. I think I have a trace that I missed, or I put the wrong thing. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're seeing that, but I don't think that's supposed to do that. It goes 9 through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see if it didn't do anything. Let's go ahead and try it again. Right now it's at 5402. Nope, nothing. DE3F. Okay. That's awesome. See, once I put the original BIOS back in, the computer is probably gonna not boot with the original one, with the original chip back in here. sorry about that, Aaron's. Where was I? Oh yeah. Just gonna get the Mr. BIOS out here so I can put the OEM BIOS back in there, the original BIOS back in there. Mr. BIOS is successfully extracted. Let's go ahead and put this back in there. Original BIOS. See if it is. Daily squat. It's probably gonna burn down. But it's gonna get burned down, I don't think. Let's go ahead and turn on here. See if you get anything. Nope, nothing. FE dash dash. Okay, something doesn't smell right. DDDF. And normally for these postcards, it's supposed to cycle between like 6,000 different items when booting. On this motherboard, it's the exact opposite. It stays in one code. Right now, it's on DEFE. I think I put this. Maybe I just reversed the PC speaker where again. Back here where it's supposed to. There we go. I keep pushing that damn reset button. Okay, so it's FF97. So FF means good, and 97 means something's bad. Or it actually is supposed to cycle between like different codes and everything. Like it showed my Gigabyte motherboard, which is hiding behind, tucked away behind. There it is. That's the Gigabyte motherboard. It works, but gives a little facelift. I'll let the discharge out of the way. Insert the video card back in. The VGA only spec. Turn on. See what happens. Dash 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 dash. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Probably show the same code. Nope. F787. I understand why the heck those things want to boot right. We're done. So D8F7. So the RDY light is a little bit sporadic at times. Like sometimes it'll light up, sometimes it doesn't. So I think I still have a couple of capacitors to do. Might just replace those tantalums, especially right by the power supply. Those 5 right there in a row. Those 3 right there, right next to the oscillator. And these 2 right next to the keyboard controller, keyboard port. Excuse me. Because the computer still does not want to boot at all. Oops. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and put this back on here. Just going to go put the Cyrix processor back on the 3.6 socket. See if that does anything. Wouldn't be a little nice if it does, but wonders never cease. This pressure is not even getting any power. It won't bleed very well. Or at all. So there's the Cyrix at the Intel. Here's the Cyrix at 33 megahertz. Let's try that again. See if it smokes or bursts into flames. Smokes, bursts into flames. 2C99. Yeah, come on, man. I know for a fact that the postcard is supposed to cycle between different ones. Apparently, it's stuck on one code, 2C99, right now. Okay, so I know for a fact the processor is getting power. I think I know what the hell's going on. Forgot to set the 3.6. There we go. Maybe that'll fix it. I'm not sure. DBFF. Ow. That's what the MI BIOS in it. Yeah, it's still not showing anything on the computer. My gosh. Yeah, still ain't showing nothing. I'll put the 3.7 here, maybe I'll spring to life then. $1D21. So I am getting a little bit closer here. I did figure out it was a short, the corrosion on the solder pins for the capacitors. I know, damn it. Sorry. Now I know they have to replace. Just the other light here, there we go. I have to replace those 5 right there. We're next to the power supply connector. Those 3 right there. They're in a row. Excuse me. And these 2 right here. Those 2 I'm not going to worry about because it's just for the charging circuit. Maybe I might just replace those 2. Let's see here. I think it's because I have the thing set to VIA mode set to monochrome and not normal. Like I said, sometimes the jumper setting on the motherboard is just a little bit. Drop everything. Why don't you, Ben? A little bit tricky at times. I'll say one thing on mine, they'll see the other thing somewhere else. I can't read 026F. I got so freaking close earlier. I heard clicks coming from the speaker for the memory count. Let's go ahead and do the reset again. See, it shows a different code. 0066. Okay. Yeah. If I do a manual reset, it'll show different codes. Or if I turn it off, turn it back on, that sort of thing. So it doesn't want to show anything on the video monitor. Well, let's go ahead and check the look at the code here. 00666. Okay, so it's still in the same code. It's because I can't. There we go. Maybe that'll change it. 7BE8. I'm still not giving up on this board. So anyway, that concludes the testing portion. So I still have a lot to do. I have to replace those capacitors right here, right next to the keyboard, right next to the power supply. Those 5 right there, and then those 3 right there. And these 2 right next to the keyboard controller, possibly these 2 for the charging circuitry. Do some more trace assessment and everything. I'm still not giving up on this board. Because this is, I just wanted to make this thing like simple, and elegant. And let me make sure that the processor still gets power. Okay, so we do know the processor gets power. So we do know that the board does have signs of life. Especially with the postcard install. It does show that a code, but it's only stuck on 7B8, so I think it might be the RAM itself. So if I remove a couple of these sticks here, maybe, just maybe. Let's go ahead and remove on the front here. Because none of these don't match anyways. And the one pin for the 730 socket is a little bit rusty, so I have to replace that sometime too. I'll have to order a replacement anyways. Alright, so I did get 4 sticks out. Of course they don't match anyways. So checking to see if this thing 00FF, okay. So it's showing 00FF on the thing. It's supposed to, like I said, it's supposed to cycle between like 6,000 different, not 6,000, but let's see. 15, 897C. So this will conclude the motherboard testing. I still have to do some work on it. Like I said, I've got to go replace those capacitors right there. Well, these 8 right here, these 2 right here, these 2 right here, possibly. I have to look at every single one, every other contact to make sure that the corrosion didn't get through that as well. Reflow some more, possibly. I did remove all that corrosive solder off of those capacitors and off of the contact pins, especially the keyboard connector, because it was really bad. The power supply connections are still, the power supply connection on the underside are still in pretty good shape. So first things first, replace, check the capacitors, replace them when necessary, and possibly a couple of other things. I'm going to do some trace inspections as well, make sure that those traces are still good. I did patch a lot of traces under here, like some of these right here, like for this keyboard controller, for these 2 capacitors, there was nothing, so I had to run some wire underneath to patch that. Same thing over here for the IC slots, for a couple of those capacitors over there, and then one for over here for the EEPROM chip, or is it the transceiver? One of the 2. And then for the a couple other things as well, because that was really bad with the corrosion. That ate a lot of the traces out. So in any event, I am getting a little bit closer here at the repairs. I probably have to replace one of the resistor packs. I think it's that one right there. I can't seem to see it. My eyes are shot. Yeah, right next to that EEPROM chip, I have to replace that transistor pack or whatever that is. resistor pack. I can't remember what that type of what it's called. Okay, so like I said, these two capacitors right here, those two capacitors right there, those 8 right there, those all need to be replaced with new ones, because they're tantalums and those things are notorious for exploding or shorting. So it wouldn't hurt to replace those anyway, because, well, I just don't want to cook the board here. But like I said, the processor does get power. I put my finger on it. It does get warm to the touch. Okay, yeah, that's. Put my finger on there for like 2-3 seconds, and it. Processor does get power, so I do know that the board does indeed get power. And right now it's 897C on the. I always forget what it's called. The postcard. So let me go ahead and get my reset switch, which is just basically, I found a screwdriver, let's go ahead and use that anyways. So we do know the reset signal works. FF, it shows FFFF on there. I'm sorry, FEFF. I like FFFF on there. I have a hard time believing that. Perhaps give this thing a couple resets. Okay, so it says 0F04. Alright, yeah, it's probably gonna be the same thing, so 0F04, right then. That's right there. 0F04 still. 0F04, we have 537. Now it's back to square one again. Yep, so the same. Okay, so I don't know for a fact that the reset signal works, but apparently I still need to do some work on it. Replace those capacitors, do some more trace repairs, things of that nature. So it's getting a little bit close to here, but not too close. It's still, well, actually, it's getting a little bit further, but still needs work. I am getting somewhere, so that's always a plus, isn't it? The keyboard connector is a lot stronger. Like, it's not that bad anymore. But it could use a lot of work, so on connections, everything. I think one of the wires broke off of the connections here, but I do double check to make sure that everything is still attached. Okay, so I found the problem. Okay, so you guys want to see some hardware core? Here it is. Look at the mess of wires here. I'm not good at that soldering. And this one right here just slipped off and let go. So I gotta go fix that one. Let's take a look at the other. Of course I did miss a couple of them here. Oh, I didn't miss a couple of them. Okay, I thought I missed a couple of them here. And there. It did reflow. So yeah, this is what the motherboard repair looks like so far. Actually, everything else doesn't look that bad. Like this one, I have to pitch to where the hell did I put that tape? I had that tape somewhere. Attached to my sleeve, of course. I have to get, put some new tape on there, at the bottom there. First, let me go ahead and disconnect the wire. Excuse me. It's going to reflow a couple of spots again. First, add some solder to it. Oops. Let's make sure that. Turn the switch on. Okay, there we go. 250. I wish I had a better setup for soldering and everything, but right now I do not, which is pretty safe.